If you don't want to hear programming stuff, you should turn off the speakers now because I don't want to hear it either, but sometimes we have to hear it. Welcome everyone to today's stream. Sorry, I had to do a quick call. I had to check out something. But everything seems to be okay, so it's all good. I'm feeling a lot less stressed now, so it's all good. But there's something that I am feeling stressed about. It's the fact that everything is being enshittified and going towards cloud first. And actually, Megday found something funny from one of the links that I found. Because I don't read websites very cleanly. I just kind of skim to just try to get a sense of like what they are. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll put this in like the back folder to try it out at some point. What Megday found was very, very funny. It was oops. Let me just oops. It was it was this. Hi, I'm Greg. Having created and sold Insomnia in 2019, I didn't think I'd build another API client. I started over and built something I'm proud to put my name on it. And make a good product, make a good product, sell it. If it gets shitified, just make a different product again. It's actually pretty impressive because I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that at all. So the fact that happened, like that's kind of funny. That happens multiple times. It really is funny how much stuff gets shitified constantly. And again, so this all started because Mint yesterday. I'm going to use your names from now on, just for the stream, just because it's easier to refer to it. But they found this thing, and I was like, I don't ever heard of people using this, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to try this like at some point. Because this is like a local first, sort of like a client to organize all the different requests that you can sort of send towards a target. Whatever that is, whatever your base URL is. It's basically Postman, but like free, and actually like good. And I lamented that there was no local only thing, but I also had this like giant list of other ones that I'd be mean to try out, and then I sent it, and apparently this one, Yak, is and because I posted them both, I posted Yak and I posted Insomnia, and Yak is made by the person who made Insomnia, which got shitified. So it's kind of funny that this person made another one to deal with it, and I wonder if that was the trick, because it's like. I wonder if it's like, okay, like, and oh my god, there's actually a comparison. And I wonder if it's like, if they did this to like, you know, get like a paid open source thing going. Let's see. In 2014, they created Insomnia because existing tools were bloated. Yeah. API tools. Yeah. Organically, 5 years, 20K a month in revenue as a single person. That's crazy. I would not give that up. What the hell? That's a lot of money. Sorry, give me a second. And that's I don't know if I would like I don't know if I could throw that away. But I guess it's like how do you know if it's gonna stay? They sent an acquisition offer and then drifted from the original vision. And then they decided, you know what, I'm gonna make it again. That's amazing. It's away from Kong. Space time in a row where I was in need of another API client. Every other app wanted something, and then they decided to redo Insomnia, but just like again the same deal. I wonder if they're gonna get burnt out again because it's like what happens? Because it's like now this is independently funded and it's fully open source, but like open source also doesn't really mean that it's I guess like fully open, because like in my mind, fully open software is a very, very specific type of mindset. It's not just open source. It's also the fact that you have to put a lot of effort into keeping it open, right? So I wonder how long this will last, because presumably the same things that caused them to burn out the first time is going to happen again, because the problem is that they're too good at what they do. Like the problem is that you're too good at what you do. And so everybody's going to want to use the thing that you made because it's like the best thing that's out there. And that's fine and dandy for like, you know, like the world. But the problem is that I think for like forever, this person's going to have to deal with the fact that they're going to be like the go-to person for this type of stuff. And, you know, I get it. Sorry. It's not easy being the go-to person, okay? It's not easy being the person that's like, you know, the center. Sorry, I'm so gassy. That's the centerpiece for the entire thing. But at the same time, it's like I wonder. Not to say that it's their fault if it happens again, but if it does happen again, it's like the possibility is like not zero. And I wonder what would happen if it does happen like that, because it's like I guess like the thing that's interesting to me is that like say somebody like for Python, right? The that for that guy has somehow resisted the allure of like I guess enshittifying it to the point where it's useless, and also doing it in such a way that they would never sort of like it seems like they're very resistant to the thing of like, oh, maybe it's time to just give up and move on, which is interesting because you would think that that would happen often. Because this is what usually happens is people get burnt out trying to make it work. They're like the single person behind everything. It's actually more of an exception in my mind when you have things like Linux or when you have things like Python, even when you have things like C++, like the fact that like Barnes Shoestrup is still a part of the committee, and the fact that and the fact that the committee exists as a whole and is actually somewhat functional to some degree, sort of a fascinating thing to see because it's like usually the efforts fall apart, right? So again, very curious to see how it goes. But I did find it funny that it's like, okay, you make the thing, and then it was good, and then it became shit. And then they were like, okay, I'll just do it again. I'll just do it again, but like better. And I'm gonna post this inside the Discord because it's a really good. The full timeline is really really good. It became shit, so I made a new one again that's better. That's a good thing. I'm curious. Was I trying to burnt out, tired, and desperate to change my job of 3 years was no longer fulfilling. I couldn't fathom having to give up a 40-hour work week to achieve someone else's dream. This is a huge one, and I want to say this. It is kind of crazy that I gave up a $20,000 a month setup, a $20,000 a month setup, because they were burnt. Like, I get it. You're burnt out, so you need some kind of change, right? And when you're burnt out, you do not think rationally. Nor do you think clearly. Like, it's very hard to be able to think through this stuff, right? And I've been there. I've made some very bad decisions while I've been burnt out. But to again to go to a 40-hour work week from $20,000 a month working on something that I mean could also be 40 hours a week, but at least it's yours. That's kind of hard. That's just discovering programming. I'm interested in the indie developer lifestyle. People like Marco Arment. Who the hell is this guy? So it's possible to achieve indices and programs like 30 times 500. What the hell is this? 30 times 500 Academy. What is this? This has to be like oh no, it's like a scam or something. What if I launch a product that nobody wants to buy? What? This feels like this feels like a scam site. It's like those sites that you go on and it's like, oh, do you like 90% of all this isn't the context point. 90% of all women want one thing. A man with a large penis. Get yours today. Like it reads like that. Like it reads like that, and I'm like, I don't know if I trust this. And even the site looks kind of like that too. Most of us, when we want to ship a product, what if you need a product would launch one day? How you start creating predictable sales? Okay, you start shipping with your audience. Get on a waiting list to enroll. What the hell do you enroll in? Seeing is limited, first come, first serve. Syllabus details. This is a curriculum to learn things like business research and how to like build a business and what happens when you have to pay your taxes. Cool. That's cool. You also find this stuff for free, actually. I don't know if you need this business. What? A programmer. I've never seen this place. Okay, so I need time to develop my skills, confidence, and to ensure 7 years of finally ready with 30K in the bank and the growing side of the project. And they quit. You wish you said the entire story that got here. It's one of the most challenging parts. Agreeing to sell the company, and they had 300,000 net revenue is insane. That's like post everything. Absolutely, like post. It's post everything. Post like a post. It's that's the take home after cost. Like after all costs. Obviously, it's probably locked up into his company, and obviously, if he has like an LLC or something, or like some other similar structure, like any sort of incorporated structure, then he doesn't have the money. The corporation does, and he pays himself like a certain amount just to so he doesn't get hit by the whole. It's like a double tax problem, but still, that's a good amount of change to give up. In just 3 years, they grew it from 20K Canadian. Hello, fellow Canadian. Okay, I take back everything I said. You're a genius. So why sell? Why give up success? Quite complicated. It's a great company to run. I was doing. Wait, so they were burnt out before they made this. Wait. So What? I mean, interested in no. Sorry. Since 2008, ever since discovering programming in 2008. Wow, this person had like a very like bright star career. That's a very quick pathway to success. Most people usually never get that far. The burnt out tired need change. It wasn't easy. It's something better for themselves. The acquiring company Kong is a great fit. When the co-founders sponsored, so they knew his intentions were good. I guess that's foreshadowing. And also, like, I like how that's like a very subtle dig towards that co-founder of like, hey, you funded me. You knew what was going on, and you knew what this project was. Why did you do it? Why did it go the way that I did? You feel like it's inevitable to go back to the indie life one day and tell them looking forward to use my free time. Okay, so I see. So this is the post that they had when they decided to sell it. And then they had this post to talk about the fact that like it was so shit after they sold it, which is so it's like it's kind of funny because it's like at the time they genuinely thought that person had their best interest, only to realize that it was a bit of a toxic pill. That's funny. Try Yak. Let's see. It's enterprise. In some ways, serving well for years, but its enterprise direction has left developers feeling left behind. For a focused, local first API client that puts so Yak is a good fit. Change is like forcing users. Oh my god, this is a GitHub issue. Can I say something about GitHub issues? I don't know why, and it's very important to let you know, but like developers are not nice people. I've known this my whole life. Every time you go on a website or you go on like a issue on Stack Overflow, there's always some asshole there who's like very condescending or something, right? You're very pretentious with a lot of heavy things to say, and they say a lot of things without getting to the point of what they're trying to say. They do a lot of like dancing around, but they don't dance in a way that's pleasing. They step on your toes as they dance. But like GitHub, I feel like GitHub issues. It's like the new drama forum if you know where to look. Like it's every day there's always something new and crazy going on. Get friendly and accessible. Okay, what is this? Inshitification. Holy shit! This is fuck. That's shit. You see what I mean? Like there's like no. Again, this person gets paid to do stuff. These people get paid to do stuff. You would think that paying people to do stuff would make them professional. It's not. Not to say that I don't feel like their frustrations are necessarily wrong. But there's something funny about the fact that, like, if these people were in the same room together, I don't know if they would say it as harshly as they would here. I think they would be much more cordial about how they would say it, and they would bring up the issue, but they wouldn't use such biting words. But like here, no, they bite hard. So I would like to use Insomnia down account. You just locked me out. I really do not know. I really do know this is not the place. But what the fuck, guys? Come on! Have you learned nothing from Postman with their inshitification? Yeah. And now you doing the same shit. At the same time, all my projects was vanished. Oh, that's really bad. I restarted to apply what would be a regular update. Now I don't have access. Erebor from like Lord of the Rings. Erebor, family, Ruby, music. This feels like a shitpost blog. Like this feels like a shitpost bio. Sorry, this person's bio feels like a shitpost bio. Family, Ruby. I like it. If you read this in order of importance, right? What's important in their life is family, and it's like their kids, their wives, it's more than one wife, their husbands, their parents, you know what I mean? Like everybody around them, their uncles, their nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters. And then the Ruby programming language. It's like in his mind, these two are on the same level because the list goes even further. And for some reason, dogs is the last thing. Oh god! For some reason, dogs is the last thing. That's fucking funny. Also, I forgot to actually post them on. I probably should post, but yeah, that's by far the funniest thing that I've seen so far because it's this level of importance that I think is so funny that it's like it's obviously not the same level of importance, but it's just the way that they structured it. Oopsie. That makes you go like, I don't even know if this is real. Like this could be a fake person. Sorry. So Kong powering the world, no AI without APIs. What? The fuck does that mean? But yeah, this guy, holy shit, he's on a rock hacking. A pirate flag hacking. Sorry, buddy. I don't know if it's like the same thing, but I've seen some crazy hackers now. I've seen some good hackers. Inshitification. You can downgrade too and get back all your projects for now. Same here. At least try to let me time to fork. Same here. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if they forked it. I may have to. I was excited. Good reminder to export data while you can. Same problem here. Same problem here. What a great incentive to transfer updates and begin to look for a simpler alternative. More info here. More info here. Subnet Marco. CTO at given a large amount of feedback, I'm writing here the current situation. What changed with Insomnia 8.0 when it comes to your data? Wow. I have to download the new binary. Can Insomnia still be used? Why is it still being used? We have a significant amount of the user base that wants to collaborate and automatically synchronize their data across their clients. And that's a reasonable concern. This is impossible without leveraging the cloud so that's a lie. That's a lie. You don't need that. You don't need a cloud. Or rather, like, you could also have a self-hosted, or you could just have it be like a local thing. But that's a lie. And something uses E2EE for each use, including the free ones, to still be able to do this securely. Yeah, sure. There's significant effort in maintaining full support for instructions that supports two different backend in the cloud and local, which causing a large amount of issues and migration problems. And then that's why they did limited support for here. Okay, so now I see how this happened. So they sold it. It became like shit. And then, oh, holy shit, it's got 100. I also love this too. There's like a new, like on GitHub issues, there's like a new growing trend where people will go in and they'll thumbs down everything. And I find it so funny because it's like, they're not wrong. Like, they're not wrong for like doing the thumbs down thing. But it is funny to see like how people, because like this is a very out of touch answer. Because it's like, everybody here is a developer. Everybody knows what this is. Everybody knows that the reasons that you're giving on the technical level are bullshit. On some level, it's like everybody knows how to do this. Like you're in a room full of people who could do it, but they choose to use your thing because you did it for them. It's like they're giving you the business because they don't want to do it themselves. But if they did it themselves, they would take your business. And then it's like I don't know how you can like fool people. You know what I mean? It was told there's no wizard that the data will be synchronized to the cloud. And you mean the wizard that didn't appear until after the update was accepted? My employer has explicit policies about storing the scratch file that's heavily. If yours are privacy concern, okay, yeah, but see, like, man, this is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, it is kind of funny because on the one hand, it's like that's just the job of a CTO. It is hard to be able to make certain decisions and calls because even on the CTO level, you're not really calling the business shots. Like, you're not calling the business ideas. You're not really calling the business constraints. You have some things that you can call, but for the most part, you're still up to the whims of your CEO and, like, whoever else is on the board to make certain decisions. But even then, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's like, you could give better answers. Oh, hello, chat. Hello. Looks bad to me. I guess I'll use the hue out. I have no idea how any of this is Megu. Chat, that's that API client that you showed us, there's like the history behind it and the history behind another one. There's like so much stuff. It's actually kind of funny, like how much stuff there is. It's kind of funny to see like the progression of like how bad things have gotten to the point where we're now circling back to people recreating things. Memory game, Meg slide puzzle. I have no idea how any of this works. Go choose Bekistan. Magoo. This is a simple memory game in which the objective is to click on each image. I plan to refactor it eventually. Yeah. I thought this was hentai for a second. Holy shit, I was so worried. Wait, actually it might be. No. I think it's safe. Yeah, I think it's safe. One's wearing like a plaid shirt. The other one's. It's just like the characters are definitely standing in like the same like hentai-ish way. Yeah, yeah. Apple Splash. What the hell is Apple Splash? I've never seen this. Yeah, wait. Is this what Apple forces you to do? Is they force you to have an image for each resolution? So they're just scaling it? That's crazy. Man, it's funny. I mean, it is funny to see that this thing is now going downhill. But yeah, the thing that you showed us, that's some funny stuff. We even covered an entire trail of like dead bodies on the floor that like tell us an entire story of how these things have come to life. What the hell is this? The all-in-one intelligent cloud provider. But yeah, Thank you for sharing that thing. It is interesting that this is a problem that still exists. I don't know why it's so hard to get something like this to just work and work in such a way that's like developer friendly. Because like I don't mind if they want to make money off of it, but like how come GitLab can do it in a way that's very developer friendly, but nobody else can? Like if I look at GitLab, right? The whole premise of GitLab, I mean, oh my God, now their tagline is finally AI for the entire software cycle. Okay, maybe it's bad now. But when I look at GitLab, it's like they still let you self-host everything. They still let you do everything on your own. It's just you can pay them to have a cloud version, but there's no need to. You can just like have a local version. And it's actually fairly straightforward to set up like a local version too. And they make money doing it. Like I mean their customer Lockheed Martin. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, GitLab is supporting rockets, like flying into the face of a child somewhere in like a foreign country. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. You like that logo? I do like that logo too. Yeah, yeah. They have a very it's a great sort of like a Fox logo, but it also has its own like feel because it feels kind of like the like GitHub thing with the ears too. Classic. It is kind of funny, like because it's like on the one hand, it's like, can you really give up a contract like that as a business? Like if you're somebody there and you deny it, it's like you have to have a very good reason for it for your business to say no. But like, isn't the fact that they blow up like children like a pretty good reason to be like, maybe I should help you. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And that too, it's like it's open source, so it's like your open source project is used inside Rockets, and it's classic, and it absolutely is. Because like, I bet you Rockets have like a .git folder from when they copied all the data onto it. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I bet Rockets have all kinds of like open source things. I bet Rockets use the LED thing, the open RGB thing to do the LED lights on it. I bet there's a fork of that for like rocket lights. Because it's like, you can't really stop them from using it either. And you can't really write a contract that specifically names them as like, you can't use this, right? And also, if you name them, it's like, you have to stop people from like Google from using it. Because Google's downstream also involves Lockheed Martin. The world's largest defense contractor, aka the Death Dealer, uses GitLab's end-to-end DevSecOps platform to shrink toolchains, speed production, and improve security. I love the idea of them boasting about the speeding of a production. And again, I don't think it's necessarily GitLab's fault. It's open source. But like, what can you really do? You're making a product for developers. It's open source. People can just like have it. But it is a weird thing to flex because it's like, what do you mean speed production? Like speed production of children being blown up. Like I'm like, I don't know if that's like a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing to care about. I don't know if like the children. I don't know if the children are particularly happy about being blown up faster. It's like, oh boy, we help Lockheed Martin blow up children faster. Oh, that's funny. It's a weird thing to flex. Yeah, it's a pretty weird thing. Achieving mission needs with speed and flexibility. The mission would be funny if they had stats for it at the end. Wait, actually, yeah. 90% less time spent on system maintenance. But they do. Look, it's 80 times faster, okay? So if they were going for like a child, maybe like every 5 minutes, right? What's like 80% of, what's like 20% of 5 minutes? Now they can do a child per minute. Like now they can blow up a child every minute. So if they were blowing up a child every 5 minutes, now they can blow up a child every minute. Kids destroy 1 million with lockout. Yeah, exactly. It's like the Canada population tracker thing. It's like the real life population clock. It's like this shit. Imagine like this shit, but it's like but it says like, I don't know, like here. Children blown up by Lockheed Martin, real time, real no fake. And it said shit like this. Like imagine you had this thing and it's like a real-time clock that like where you see like a countdown to when the next child dies. Oh god, that's funny. Holy shit, it's probably the most fucked up thing he said. Okay, but like it's kind of funny though. It's so true though. Oh no, a child in Ontario was just blown up by a Lockheed Martin. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a weird success story. Like maybe like I don't know, what's like another success story? Is there like one that's like a happier success story? Like one that doesn't involve children dying? Like I guess in the video is kind of happy, you know, if you're not a gamer. But yeah, like I feel like if GitLab can do it, if GitLab can do open source and actually make it developer friendly and still get money paid for it without alienating people, then I feel like other things should too. And maybe everybody should just copy the GitLab model or like whatever this model is. They should just copy more of this model and just keep it on the straight and narrow path of like don't mess up. And you're basically good to go to make money while also still being developer friendly. Because again, it's crazy to read that that other thing that was sold because they wanted to get away from it became so bad that the creator of it had to come out of their semi-retirement to make it again. Like, that's funny to me, that they had to come back and make another one, and they somehow took all their customer base back, and now there's Yak. So Yak is like the Bruno thing that you posted. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. It's got no VC funding. The creator of it is rich. So, and this is the thing though, and I do think it is a valid strategy, right? It's like if you make a thing and you sell it, and now you have like a bunch of money. Now you can make the thing again, but better, and then you can keep it free because you're rich. I actually think that that's a valid strategy to make open source projects because you offload all the mess of the dealing with it to somebody else. You let them acquire the entire thing, and then you free yourself to make it again while making a bunch of money and allowing it to be open source and like truly good for all of time. And I think that's a valid thing to do. And you know what? Maybe I should do that. I need to think about this. Maybe I know exactly what to make in my personal life to make money and then go become rich and then just like do it and then just like become, good. My name is Greg. I need to interpret it was around totally burnt out. The 5 years of grinding, I love how they use the emojis. Like they really strike me as like a young millennial to an older Gen Z. The company to the burnout and a 9 to 5 job wasn't for me because I was running support tickets and open source discussion, mostly saying no to new features. I couldn't see myself sticking with it much further. I dug myself into an unsustainable hole, and acquisition was an easy escape. I needed a break and wanted to explore new creative ideas. Tough decision to cut my acquisition term short and return to self-employment. But 6 months after they discovered the Railway, fell in love. What is a Railway? What the fuck is this? New project. Okay, Railway backend. All right. This looks like a shitty Cloudflare. I don't know, whatever it is. So sorry, you deploy. So you deploy services and you just do these templated changes. It's literally, oh my god, it's AWS, but if you had like a fancy, it's AWS if the UI didn't suck. It's AWS if the UI didn't suck and the lines between what you had were actually clear. Because in AWS, that's how they get you, is like the money that they get from you is when you don't realize that you have a service that's still running and has been running for years. Don't ask me how I know. It's a wrapper for, yeah, exactly. Like, but it is a nice wrapper. It's like of the ways that the UI could be done, this is the best way because the UI for AWS is like dog shit. So they accepted the job there. They fell in love. Insomnia was still at the app of choice, steadily drifting from, and then they made their own. Driving back from a 20-hour road trip alone, they then decided to do their own thing again. And they used Tori, which is using Rust. Okay, so now they rewrote it within Rust. And then they couldn't think of what to build, so they built a proof of concept, yet another thing. Oh, they built the same thing. Wait, so they literally did the same thing, but they built it in Rust. They built it in Rust. That's funny. It's literally thing and then thing within Rust. I'm finally, holy shit, they even tweeted this. I'm internalizing the lesson that acquisitions are always terrible for the product. So long, the old application that they made. That's crazy. Imagine doing that, and you have a personal relationship with the people who acquired it, and you burn the bridge like that, but at the same time, kudos to him. You know what? I stand by Greg. Greg, you son of a gun, I'm in. I'm into whatever it is that you're doing, because holy shit, that's the kind of mindset that you need. I think if you have somebody who's willing to make something, and then has that mindset of like, fuck you if you ruin it, I think that's a great mindset to have because it means that you care about the end product and the people who use it. And that's a rare thing to have. Like it's rare to get somebody again to run something like Python. What the hell? So what is so? I know about Tori, but I haven't used it. Is it actually like good now? Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, everything that I've heard about this has been it's been very far away from being usable ever since it's been there for a very long time. But I don't know how true that is. And also like there's also that other one where it's like the Z GPUI, I think it was. Yeah, GPUI now. So it's like, what is this and this? Well, open source project, open source framework. What's the difference? Have you ever used these, chat? Have you ever used Tori or GPUI? Building blazingly fast binaries for all major desktop platforms. Can integrate any front-end framework that compiles the... Oh! No, I do remember what Tori is. Right. And it uses... It's like React, but like... Or like, sorry. It's like Electron, but like in Rust. So, and it uses Tau. I've used Tau before. This is very good, actually. I hate dealing with like per platform stuff. It's very nice. Unload tab. What the hell did I just press? So, what? So system web view. You haven't touched Rest, but one of your previous startup people contributed to the project. I like how you said that almost like you were the CEO of like of this startup. And I do like how you said it like that because I think it's funny. It's like, yeah, one of my people touched this. It's like, whoa. I did the same thing where I'm like, I know someone who's done this. And so by extension, I've done it. And so therefore I can claim some of the glory. I do the same thing. It makes me sound so cool. It's like, oh yeah, I know someone who's done that too. Ah, maybe this is worth it to use. Maybe, okay, consult this architecture.md. Polyglot and generic toolkit that's very composable. That doesn't tell me anything. It is used for building applications using a combination of Rust tools and HTML rendered, so it's a web view. Okay. Web views can control the system, so it's Electron, but for a thing. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, I do think that in many ways is a lot of the future. It is kind of funny how, like, you know, people deride Windows for going that way, but it's like, if you've ever used any of the Windows, like, SDKs to build the UI, it kind of sucks. And so it's like, it kind of makes sense that they leverage the web stuff, because the web stuff is, like, very good, and it's very easy to work with, and it solves a lot of the same problems anyways, if not in a better way. So it's like, it just kind of works. Cross-platform WebView library in Rye. And then GPUI, however, is not the same, because I'm assuming GPUI is like native UI elements. So how does this draw things? High-level declarative UI with views. All UI and GPUI starts with a view. A view is simply an entity that can be rendered by implementing the render trait. So of each frame, GPUI will call this render method on the root view. Views build out a tree of elements. And then, okay, so they've basically see the div. Okay, so they've basically recreated HTML. Huh? Low-level imperative UI with elements. Sorry, wait, what? They're pretty nice, right? Building blocks, imperative UI, control. So yeah, so they just recreated. They just recreated HTML. What? Okay, platform services such as are available as methods here. We gotta see though, like, how's this shit made? Resources Windows. How come only Windows? Right, sorry, it's the real-time thing. Yeah, the Windows real-time. Or sorry, Windows runtime. I hate the Windows runtime. I hate it so much. So, where's the div? We gotta find this, like, div chat. If we see the div, we can see everything. Then we know how it works. We need to find a div. A div, here we go. What does a div do? Holy shit. Build your own div. Div is the central reusable element. GBUI does not directly provide APIs. Huh? Yeah, but how does it become something? How does this become something? How does it become something? So elements is the underlying thing that becomes something. And these are the elements. But the elements are here, and it's still the same div. So it's like, so what is it? App? Arena? This is sort of interesting to see. I wonder how this actually works. Because it builds a view, and then something turns the view into the actual, like, per platform thing, or like, how does it work? Though I do know it does use, I swear this thing uses web GPU or something. So maybe it's all running on the web. Maybe it's all running on the web. Is it all running on the web? Is everything just based off the web now? I guess. Everything starts, oh, wait, there's a, oh, it's gone. Ownership and data flow. Everything in the GPUI starts an application. Create one with this. Okay, you create an application. Where's the application? Application. Context. Entity? Fuck it. It's too hard. I always love going to programming stuff. There's always something weird to see. And it is kind of funny how, like, as a whole, it's sort of the joke that I made of, like, all developers, when they retire, just make more tools for developers. Which feels to me, it's like, well, how about, like, fishing or, like, farming for, like, goose or something? But I digress. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It is nice to have somebody solve the problems that do plague us on a daily basis, like, and very tough problems, like how do I send like a I know it sounds like a joke, but it is a tough problem of like how do I send a web request without a browser. Sorry, it sounds so stupid. But it's true though. Sometimes you need to send a request to a server, and sometimes you just gotta do it to like and you gotta send it to an API. That's just the way that it goes. Sometimes you wanna do it without a browser. But it's funny to see that like these small problems are never really solved, and it just keeps going worse and worse and worse. And it's sort of funny because like technically they're not complicated to solve because there's multiples of the same solution. It's just somebody makes a decision somewhere at some point that ruins the entire thing. It's like, okay, well now we have this very simple tool that should just work, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna force you to sign up for an account, and then oh shit, we have to go bankrupt now. It's like, what? How does this always happen? It's like it seems to be the constant trend of like technology can't solve a bad business plan, and technology can't solve a bad business leader who doesn't seem to understand what their clientele is. It's sort of like funny to see this happen all the time. But you know what? I'm glad that there's always a constant cycle because there's always some like new drama within some. Hey, chat, are your GitHub comments, are your GitHub issues actually like still the same? Do people still like tell you off to like do stuff? Maybe I can go back to your GitHub actually, because we have one chatter who's actually doing real things with their life, and their stuff. But I don't know if they're still doing things. I just know that they were doing things. But they got to the point where they did get issues. You're the only chatter here. I think. Actually, no. I don't know. I think the others are like maybe AFK. I'm not really sure, but. It is funny how like you're the only one so far that's had actual real success like doing stuff on this in this space where you actually like get to do I don't know like different tools and stuff, and then people use them too. It's funny to know that people use them. Here we go. I follow you. You wouldn't call it a success. Yeah, but you have 4 issues. And one of them was like an asshole. So it's like it's even better. Basically, you have access to this like infinite loop of like drama, because the GitHub issues feels like an infinite loop of drama. What? I'd like to use tab groups to help. Oh, we understand they aren't compatible with the horizontal tab layout. I don't like the vertical tabs, but I love tab groups. So let's see if you get compatible. Yeah, I see. I need to work on a bigger rewrite to fix that. I'll work on it when I have some free time. Wait, didn't they say that this was going to be like its own thing within the actual browser itself? Indeed, it looks like Dragon can work. Is this project discontinued? There aren't any changes from seeing Zen browser. You aren't implemented yet. This was the original one. Wait, hold on. When did you do this? Hidden as resolved. Wait, who is this user? That's funny. Back when I used to be a maintainer for this, like stuff, not for this specifically, but like back when I used to be a maintainer for the open source thing, it was a very niche thing, but it was so niche that it still had users. Like it was like there's like a certain level of nicheness where it's like if you're marginally niche, no one really needs it. But if you're really niche, everybody needs it, but they just don't know that they need it, right? It was so niche. Holy shit, this person has more issues. They have like, holy shit, chat, all this person does is just open issues. Whereas I was like, all they do is they just open issues. But yeah, it was so niche that people still needed it. And what was funny is that at some point it was sort of like painful to deal with, because I would get people like that constantly coming in to say stuff like this, and I was like, is this like yeah, like I mean I would love a better bug report than just like nothing. You know, I'd also like sort of like less speculation and like more like actual information, right? And I remember it being like a massive headache. So having a hard time. How come they do it good here, but they didn't do it good for you? How come they wrote a good issue here, but they wouldn't write one for you? You know what it is? Everybody should have issue templates. That's what's gonna save you. Yeah, that's what's gonna save you. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you for showing us that a really cool API client. Again, it's funny that like that whole rabbit hole was just there because it's like that's a crazy rabbit hole to go from like I don't know to go from like one person's project to another to see the whole story from like the sales point of view all the way into like them coming out of retirement to redo the same thing again because the people who acquired their thing sucked. It's sort of fascinating to see because you just wouldn't expect that. And to see that whole sort of cycle come full circle, and now there's like yet another open source solution for yet another, like, again, very niche, but because it's very niche, it's a very useful to many people problem. It's very fascinating to sort of see that. And it all started because you just wanted to find a new API client to work on your car guesser. Templates make it too official. Yeah, but like, that's the thing is like, it makes it too official, but it also weeds out a lot of the bad. Because like here, if you ever go to like, I'll do this one as like as an example. Like, I'm pretty sure they still have it, right? Do they still have it? Am I on the right account? Sorry, I gotta make sure I'm on the right account. Yeah, okay, good. If you go to like NeoGit, for instance, let's say, or even you go to maybe those better. But like if you do like a new issue and you look at this is such an easy way to weed people out who are not serious about trying to get actual help and who are just venting. Because that's the thing that I notice the most is that a lot of people just go into the issues to vent and be mad about things. And even with this, they don't really give much info. But at least this, I think, weeds out a lot, like 99% of the shit I use, which I think really helps. Because even something like this is like, oh, you have to write the lure here, and you have to copy paste over the like config. Actually, what is the template for github.com? Just Godot engine / Godot. What's the one for? Because they've been dealing with the AI stuff constantly. How there's always like an AI issue somewhere, right? You're like an AI PR. Fix yo interface, bro. Okay, maybe the template isn't nearly as good as it should be. Yeah, I don't think the template's nearly as good. If it can somehow someone can post this. When I preview shit, it doesn't show the previewing shit. It shows a cutout of the editor. When I scroll down through shit, it has a freezing effect. Fix your shit, bro. They just copy pasted. Blocking user. That's funny. Is that this person, that's their first ever issue. They joined in January. In February, they immediately made that, and then they got tossed out. Like, why would you even bother writing something like that? Now you can never get help. What is this? Like, that's just like what's wrong with you? Like okay, maybe templates don't actually help. Because I realize now templates can't help with the problem of people are just weird and people will just do things. Though it is kind of funny because it's like that person probably was like that was probably some like 12-year-old who was like, I just want to make something cool. What is this? Spam. Holy shit, I've never seen this before. What? Chad, I've never seen this. Is this what people do? Is they open spam PRs to like post random shit? I've never seen this. Is this like a problem that people have to deal with? Holy shit. It's just like a spam random ass file for a spec for something that isn't even real. What? Sam Puper. Oh my god, 4 commits ahead. But what's the 4 commits? Added production core system functionality. What is this? Sewer. Order belongs to Sewer's workshop. Embroidery packing. What the fuck is this, man? This is weird. Paper backend schema.prisma auth controller.typescript. What the fuck is this? Why is this in the Godot engine project? What is this shit? This is weird. Okay, so like wait. So people actually use this shit to like spam random documents on like the web. I guess the music is fitting for this, but like I didn't even think that was a thing. I guess like people could, yeah, because it's like, what's stopping you from opening a PR that just says some crazy shit, right? It's nothing really stopping you from like doing so. What about the other closed ones? Let's see what else is closed. Wait, there's like a specific tag. Can I search by tag? Oh fuck, I can. That's good. Okay, wait, chat. I can search by spam. Fix your interface, bruh. Is there a way to search by like blocked? Can I see everyone who's been blocked? Blocked. You can't search by blocked. Spam. I broke the code of conduct. What? Out of the box thinker. What? 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 Edits. I broke the code of conduct. This is a huge issue and is objectively bad community management. Regardless of what political views you're having right now, the engine faces a lot of brand damage and gets into highly divisive, unnecessary political topics. So that many conspiracy theories theorize it's some kind of undercover Unity engine move. What? I wanted to create localized my population video series about Godot game dev, but now I have very huge second thoughts. It's a politically divisive engine. My brother in Christ, it's a game engine. I don't know how this is like a politically divisive engine. It's a game engine. What do you mean? What do you mean? What? What the fuck is going on in the Godot project that this happens constantly? Out of the box thinker, AR, VR developer. Chat, I think they had like a public mental break. Not to say that that's like a, it's, I'm not saying that people who have that are bad people, but I am saying that like this person needs more professional help. What? I'm pretty sure from the inside bubble, you don't feel the serious from this. It does not kill your project. The best stabilization would be to fire the person who started all the issues. What? I'm going to handle the community spiraling the chaos divide. What? The fuck is the chaos divide? Look at her emotions when she's doing so. What? What the fuck do you mean? See steps to reproduce. You just call her or something. But that is just a wokeness meter. It really is. Like, cause what, do people hate her or something? Like she's a great manager and like a maintainer of the thing. I have no clue. She's amazing in what she does. I don't know. Like the whole project's been going well. A classic AR VR dev. Yeah, have you noticed that too? Like I've noticed that like a lot of people who are like AR and VR devs are like, I noticed like a lot of them are very like something. A lot of them are very like interesting the way that they are, and they're very, I don't know. They're very strange. Let's say they're very strange. They seem to have certain ideas about things, which is sort of fascinating to me as a person. But you know what? Maybe we can find some more of this stuff here. But I've definitely noticed that about like the AR and like VR devs, where like a lot of them can be very, very, very odd, to say the least. Very odd. And I don't really know why, but it seems to be the case that it just seems to always happen. And maybe it's because when you peer too deeply into the void, that the void peers back at you. And by the void, I mean like a piece of geometry that you didn't like handle the back face and the front face hauling on properly, so you just see like everything inside the void space. Because there's like no way that like anything can like work beyond that. Is there anything else that they've done? Multiple errors. The void. Hello, chat. Welcome. We've stumbled upon yet even more strange drama within GitHub repos. Not even like drama, but just like people who are going like wild here. Kind of dislike errors in the terminal. So they only have two issues, okay? This is the issue that caused this issue to show up. What happened? Someone will get... Anyone? I just wonder if people read this or not. Yeah, but people will get to it eventually. Some issues take longer than others. Thank you for your fast answer. I try not to be impatient. They try not to be impatient. This sounds similar to this. Fixing in this. So that's funny. So this person fixed their thing and then had to deal with it. Sorry, what exactly? What the heck is going on? Fuck. It's okay, chat. You know what? We all mess up like a thing here and there. Oh, here we go. Patch 1. Reject this. It's a shitpost. First time I do something for Godot. Sorry. Meme reject this. Create le voyage vers le vide and create guess the word. Okay. Zaza. 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 Zaza? What the fuck is going on? Like, again, this is absurd. And again, it's like I feel like like I feel so bad for the maintainers of this shit because it's like you gotta deal with this on a daily basis. Like this is crazy. Uh, it is funny because like I think when you first get started, you think open source is like a bastion of like quality. Like you think like people really care about this stuff, and the only reason people would care about it is because they're good at it. Sorry, give me a second. Texting my wife. Um, and then you realize that like no, like it's even if they care about it, it doesn't necessarily mean that the people who are contributing back to it are necessarily good. Like it's like there's a certain sense of like oh you have to like do stuff with it to make it better. Like even for me, I should do certain things a lot better too. Like I gotta like you know that other repo the material maker one, I need to actually go there and I need to help in the reviews by actually looking at how this thing works. Let's say right like I actually have to go in and maybe I can help this person by helping them do reviews by like actually checking it too because then I could actually like help them do stuff, you know what I mean. Nice. Now your niece is repeating Zaza too. Did she hear me? Please tell me that I'm not on speaker. But also, have you ever seen the like Zaza memes? Do any of you know about the Zaza memes chat? The like Zaza where it's like oh you have it's a whole Marvel rival thing. It became very large. I didn't expect it to leave the boundaries of that game. But like, when someone's doing poorly, you call them Zaza now, and it's all because they threw a tournament. And it's crazy how widespread it became that even normal people that I talk to know about it too. Like not even people who play the game, but like normal people know about Zaza. Don't do this. Create text on text. Don't do this, please. Please don't do this. Does he do this for everything? They have many contributions. They created this, and then they contributed to it. AI agents. Oh my god, it's an AI agent. It's a fucking AI. You know what's crazy? Yeah, I was on speaker for a second. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah. I guess you were switching. Okay, please don't put me on speaker. Please don't let your niece hear me. It's crazy because it's like this person that this person's account. I can't tell if they're like 14 or 40. And I don't know why, and I don't know how to tell you this, but it's like people with an anime profile picture, it's like either they're 14 or they're 40. But like mentally, this person is like definitely not as like, I don't know, interesting as they would hope to be. Because it's like, we've seen some pretty cool stuff from other people, and they're trying to be like that. But then they do create text.text. And what is this meme thing? Hi, I am a game dev. Code, I have added myself to Godot. Please reject this PR. It's a meme. What? Free open source packing tool. I am a game dev. What? Is a project that requires both to make, figure out about this project was on GitHub. Sad face. It is kind of funny to see like this whole new generation of people doing this. Because like what did people used to do before when they were like, because like I know a lot of devs who started young, where it's like we all started when we were like kids, right? But what was the language that I used to use? Because I remember trying really hard to pretend like I was an adult when I was younger, to get like a certain level of respect. Whereas I actually think that it's commendable that the kids nowadays don't give a shit and they just speak the way that they want to speak. It's commendable in the sense that they're true to themselves. But it is also funny because like this alone tells me that this person is like 12. Be very careful with this. I will, but it's my first time, mate. That's why I will close this. You like to get Godot, but are apprehensive. Take a look at the open issues. Indeed, please do not. It doesn't send a good message for the future. It's annoying to us who maintain this repo and who work with it. And so doesn't get to appreciate to what? Well, we've had joke issues like so doesn't get any sleep to appreciate maintainers. Okay, sir. Okay, not a sir. Yeah, they just misgendered them. That's they just misgendered them too. Oh, that's like at that point you gotta make a whole new account. Like at that point you gotta make a whole new account. You gotta make like a whole new identity. It's like Like it's like you just messed up like one too many times. Like you just that's just it's just like I don't know. Hi, your pull request. What is this? Le voyage vers le vide. Oh, this is something's like game code. Gravité. I like I like the word French. I just like French words for this. Create guess the word game. This is my guess the word game. Do people at least make the files and they just what the fuck? Wait, do people actually just like make the files and they just call the files this with like no file extension? This is fucked up. Sorry, I've never seen a file named just like whatever it is. That's weird to me. Like it's because it's like files of a file extension, but I've never seen people do this. Okay, what is this? Chat, this is like how does this always happen? Like this is a consistent thing that happens. Oddly doodly the oddly doodly engine. Oh my god, chat. Holy shit. Chat, it gets even better. Chat, they stole the chat. They just took all the code. I mean, what's the license of no, it's not GPL, right? I think it's like was it it's this one where you're allowed to do anything, but you can't redistribute it, right? You can't redistribute it. You can't wait, no, you can't. Permission is hereby granted free of charge to any person obtaining a copy of this and associated conversions that the deal in the software without restriction, including without limitation, the rights to use, copy, modify, merge, publish. You can even distribute it sub-license and sell. You can sell Godot subject to the following conditions. Oh, but you have to give this copyright notice. Oh, so if you sell Godot, then the person has the opportunity to sell what you have to. Do you think there are people who are selling this shit? It says MIT. Yeah, but it says MIT, but is this the same as the MIT? Because it's like isn't because this is slightly different now. Because the I swear the MIT license is like its own. Oh, I guess you do have to do the copyright year. I guess I never really noticed that you had to do this. Oh, you know what? I've never noticed because this is the only one that I've seen that has two different names on it. One of like the original creators back before it was like under the foundation because they created this beforehand and then they moved it to the foundation to like make it like fully public. And now it's like a fully like open source thing. That makes sense. But yeah, wow, yeah. So I guess you just do this. Time to make a rapper. I mean, that's what this person did, which is kind of funny because it's like, you know, I guess they read the same thing that I did and had the same idea because they decided to do the exact same thing. They even had a funding link. They even had a funding link. Yeah, they had a funding link. They just made the engine theirs. They literally what? Holy shit, chat. Look at this. They even added this. In 2024, Godot explosive will be ran by incompetent and unstable people. What? From what? All due to having a... Oh no, this is the I made this meme. But even worse. Even worse, it's the I made this meme combined with the combined with the VR developer meme of like they're insane. All due to having an opposing political view from them. Oh no, it's another one of the political people. Oh no, chat. How do these people keep showing up? Like I don't get it. Okay, like the crazy part is right. One, it's like I always find it funny whenever people with opinions like I think all XYZ people should die are always like, how come you don't respect my opinion? You should meet me halfway and we should compromise. And it's like, well, my opinion is that they should live and you think that they should die. And I feel like yours is way worse than that, unlike mine. So like, I don't know if we can meet halfway when you want them dead. Or and then if like the halfway is like you don't even want them to have rights, then it's like I don't know if you're like a like I don't know if they're like a good person. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to say that they're like a good person by their days. But then to be mad about it for a game engine, I'm like, what is going on? And then they call, and it's and again, this is the second time that we've seen the like the idea of like people being anti woke. It's sort of like it's fascinating. It's actually fascinating as happens. They make forks and then they never made. Yeah, and have you seen that? It's been multiple. So sorry, this is going towards that, but it is funny because I've seen that multiple times. And yeah, they'll make a fork that is quote unquote anti woke. They never maintain it, and then it's like, okay, well, I mean, the thing that was there is still thriving, and all that you needed to do was just recognize that people deserve to live. And I'm like, it doesn't seem that hard. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So, but I guess it's like the oodly doodly engine. 17. I love Cornwall, England. Yo, We know a lot of people from Cornwall, England. We know a lot of people. I know a lot of people from Cornwall, England. It's actually like surprising how many people that I know from there. We have to talk to them. We gotta talk to them. Is this something that they want to? Is this something that they want to talk about? That's crazy to me. Like, why do people? I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't know. I just find all the hate towards like I don't know people just like crazy. Hi there. Created by Charlie Dessler to host various projects, like the Oodly Doodly engine. Oh my god, they're a satirical fork of it. The Oodly Doodly. Ah, fantastic, amazing. Fantastic, amazing. It's just the same people. Anyway, so what's the Zaza? Holy shit, chat. This thing is like 2,000 files changed. From the Shishi branch. What the fuck is the Shishi branch? The hell is this? Remove add global ticker. It's like someone's like private fork that they accidentally opened the PR for. Which I get it, because I will say the one thing that sucks about GitHub is that it is very easy to accidentally open like a private fork at times. And to accidentally like create something, because it's like, oh, like it's like I really hate the forking model and the way that's presented in the UI on GitHub. It makes it very easy to sort of accidentally open things if you're not careful. And it's actually easier for me, at least in my mind, to do everything from the CLI if I have to. Because that one feels a bit more like intentful about like, okay, you want to open like a PR towards something and say like way easier, right? But like there's no way that you do it to the point where your entire fork is like being like you want to merge in your entire fork. Like it's insane. Is this what people have to deal with on the Godot project? Like, I feel bad for them. The just-in-time engine. Okay, here we go, chat. It's gonna happen again. It's a fork made of Godot in the event that it's ever needed. What? I love this engine. I'm not gonna make my own game engine, but I love this engine. Oh, here we go, chat. See that? It's always the same thing. 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 This motherfucker is living in the future, 2027. It's always the same thing. What happened? Like, what the fuck is going on with people's? It's like people have brainworms or something. Like, what is this? It's like people have brainworms that like this is a thing. What is this? Chat, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my god, they. Sorry, there's also another type of like person where they have like an AI photo as their profile picture. I always find that funny. Then thank you for activating the brain rot thing. No one's ever activated it. So it's like the first time. That's fascinating. I broke the code of conduct. Wow. You know what? I can see why they have the discussion of they want to like close certain issues, because I can see like as because, like, what do you do with these? And, like, what do you do? It's, like, getting off topic. But it's, like, at the same time, it's, like, you know what I mean? It's, like, you don't want to block everyone else, but it's, like, so much shit is coming through. Let alone the fact that we saw the AI the AI PRs last time. So it's, like how do you actually, like, get this thing to work? Like, it's crazy. Fix the regression. The hell is this? Why is there so many, like, different commits? What the fuck is this? This thing has like 1 million commits. Okay, well, I guess they shouldn't have. By mistake, sorry. By mistake, sorry. This is... Is this like true of every open source project? What's another popular open source project that has like a similar level of use and a similar sort of like... Or yeah, just a similar level of use, I guess is probably good. What's another open source project that's also like very good about like not being assholes? You know what I mean? Like it's like it has to be a project that's open source that's also very good about not being assholes. So it's like you have this like double whammy. Because like, do they run into the same issues of like people going crazy on it too? I guess so. Wow, truly amazing stuff. Truly amazing stuff. Anyways, if you ever think about going into open source, don't bother. It's too much work. At least when you pay somebody to work in something, you can fire them. if they, become like crazy. You just be like, shut up, and then leave. You know what I mean? But if you do it as open source, people will just do whatever they want. I'll be back in just a moment. I need some coffee really quickly. We're gonna do some horror games. Coffee and horror games is probably not a good mix because my heart might explode, but that's fine. I'm willing to live with the risk. I also need it because I can feel my brain shutting down, because I need to tell you all, I've been trying to program in C++ for a while because I was like, you know what? Let's just actually like use these new features that I never really get to. Like, it's like I've like so far I haven't worked in a single shop that's used C++. Let's say that's ever used a C++ module, even though the feature's been out for like 5 years. I've never been in a place that's actually used it because they're still very old, right? And just trying it out and realizing that all the tooling sucks around it, it's like, man, that's crazy. And then I tried to fix a lot of the tooling. Like, I actually tried to figure out how it works. And let me tell you, I've got a very long list of things that I need to make. My brain has become like mush. My brain has become mush the last couple of days. So it's like, forgive me for my slowness. Forgive me for whatever it is. But I need like that's why I need more coffee now, because I feel like my brain is like so overworked. But at the same time, I love it because it means I'm doing something, but I also hate it because I can't really focus on something. So I'll be back in just a moment. I'll get some coffee, and we'll just continue on from there. BRB. Sorry, I did not ship myself. I spilled sugar. Oh my god, there's so much sugar on the floor. There was. I ate most of it. I got like the top layer back, and I was like, let's put it back in my coffee. It's a bit of a waste to just like let the sugar go away. And also, like, I eat stuff off the floor all the time, so it doesn't really matter to me. But man, that's a lot of sugar. I'm gonna have ants later probably. I'm kind of worried about the ants. Slow. They're gonna move in, but that's okay. We're gonna move on now. Take a sip of my coffee. And you know what we're going to do, chat? We're going to ramp up into a horror game day, because today is a horror game day. It starts off, ants are friends. Yeah, and then they eat my food. Like shitty friends. So they're bad friends. Ants are like the shitty friends who come over to your house uninvited in the middle of the night. They don't even bring like a McDonald's to you or a Tim Hortons, okay? They don't even show up. They just show up to eat your food and leave. They'll get my PC. Yeah, exactly. It's like holy shit, chat. That reminds me. My friend once had a birthday party, right? And he invited over like a couple mutual friends. And she invited over her friends. And her friends stole his PC. Because like, at some point they went upstairs to his room and they just stole his PC. And he was super drunk. And then we just kind of dropped him in his room. And then he called us the day after. And he was like, hey guys, you see where my PC is? And we're like, what? Is it in your room, bro? And he's like, no, man, it's gone. And the only reason that I knew is because the friend that he invited, who we both knew, and she was like, oh my god, my friend stole his PC. So you know what? Shitty friends are like a shitty friend is like an ant. They'll take everything. They'll steal your PC. They'll eat your food. They'll crash in your house for like, days, weeks, hours, months. They won't leave when you want some alone time, and they leave on their own terms. It's literally the exact same. What's that? Backshot? Okay, that's a good emote. I don't know when I added backshot ants. We're gonna slowly ramp up into horror games. I've got a fair number of games for you, ranging from like, not too scary, maybe, I'm not really sure, into more of a traditional scary horror game. So I some of this stuff came out very recently, but some of it also came out a while ago. So we'll see how it goes. Some of the stuff isn't even out yet. Just give me a moment to start things up, and hopefully you enjoy this, because I think you're going to love my selection of games today, because I've been selecting things well, I hope. It has to update? What do you mean the demo has to update? It's just a demo. I'll be back in just a moment. I have to go to the washroom, okay? Sit here for a bit. We'll play one more game. I'll give you all one more game. And I'll talk about the 5-player chess game thing, because I have a chess game idea that I think you would all enjoy, but we'll talk about it as part of the other game, okay? Enjoy this very chill vibe. So chill, so cool. BRB. Oh, wait! That spice is good. Goddamn, has some sriracha chicken on a bagel. The reason why it's sriracha is because I ran out of mayo. So instead of using mayo, use sriracha. And hey yo, spicy yo. I'm gonna give me like a second. I have to drink some milk. My mouth is burning. Okay, sorry. Major problem. I ran out of milk, and the spice started to build up, and so I was like, "Oh, I eat anything to get the spice out my mouth." And I got chocolate. That was cool, though. Chocolate's cool. And I was like, "Fuck this! The chocolate isn't helping." So I took like a spoonful of butter, and I put it in my mouth. But it was salted butter, and it's really salty. And so, but it also didn't help. So now my mouth is really spicy, and I can't taste anything because it was too much salt. I'm suffering right now, and we're going to continue to suffer because I've got a game for you all. One more game for the day, for I called a day, and we'll see how it goes. Sad cat. I would be very gassy as the pain exits my body. Give me a moment to set up the game. Like any idle game, it's a good backdrop game for something else, which is usually always the case. But now I'm trying to think of like how I can slip this in with something else. But I can definitely, there's other idle games I'm thinking maybe we should like stack this up with. So let's see. Bye everyone. I'm done. I'm gonna leave this to play while I do other things, and I don't think I'll be back tomorrow because it's a Monday, and also because I don't know. We'll have to see what we're gonna do. If I'll have confirmation by tonight if I'm back tomorrow, because I don't know exactly what we're doing tomorrow. My wife and I, not really sure what we want to do for our plans. But if we do come back tomorrow, I have some fun things for you all. We will finish games too, but you know, just the deal with my ever-growing, I guess, like self-diagnosed ADHD, that feeling of like I gotta like, it's like a dopamine hit. It's weird. I'm like addicted to the feeling of new, which is bad for me and my wallet, but there's something cool when you like explore something new. Because again, every new game that you play, you come away with a deeper understanding of like the field as a whole and like the possibilities. Because especially for someone like me who's like not that good at seeing outside the box, when you see how somebody else goes outside the box, I think that's very interesting in the way that like it inspires you and gives you the ideas too. By osmosis, you're learning from what people do with the ideas. And I think the more that I do that, I think the better that I am at getting to figure out some of the ideas that I have too. But we'll do it for tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Is there anybody that I can raid? I'm assuming everyone that I would usually raid is gone. Also, we will go back to the fishing world in VR chat at some point. I just don't know when we're gonna go back to the fishing world. I just don't know when I want to do VR chat again. Like, cause VR is like I want to say like a once every couple of weeks type of thing. For me, especially because like I can't handle the VR sickness or the VR. There's something about the way it kind of makes me feel out of I don't know. It just makes me feel strange. So it's like it's nice sometimes to just not. It's nice to have a longer break from it and then to go into it when I feel ready, which I think is a good healthy way of handling it versus just forcing my way through like a ton of VR stuff. But we are gonna do that again soon because that fishing world was really. And chat, since you have a new PC, we can do it too as well. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. Have a good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves. We're never gonna play a dungeon crawler ever again as a co-op. Makes you realize you want to go back to IRL. Honestly, if real life was as simple as that video game, I think I would enjoy it a lot more. Obviously, but that's the beauty of real life too, right? It's like, as difficult as real life is, there's a quality to it that you can't ever really escape from, but also that you'd never really want to go away either. There's something beautiful about how strangely crooked it is, not in an awful way all the time. It's pretty awful, but even in the ways that it's just sort of mundane and tedious, there's something interesting about that that makes you want to go back for more, that makes you go like, ah, this tastes weird and interesting. So yeah, it's cool. Okay, bye. I guess that's it. I don't know. We'll figure out like an outro at some point. I'm gonna get really addicted to this, so I'll probably play this for another couple hours.